Welcome to the second session on arches and cables. Myself, Vahiniyam of GEC Haveri. So, in the last session, we have discussed about three-hinged arches, and today we will continue with three-hinged circular arch which supports at same level. So, let us consider a segmental arch with ABC as the hinges. Okay, so it is hinged at AB at the springing level and C at the crown. Okay, so it is hinged at the 3 points. So let L be the span of the arch. Okay, and let H be the rise of the arch. Let us complete the circle with this the given arch as the segment of a circle. Let us complete the circle. Let O be the center of the circle and let R be the radius of the circle. Okay, if you complete the circle of this arch, so let R be the radius of the circle. Okay, let E be any point on the rib of the arch. Okay, and let it be at a distance x from the center line, that is from the center of the arch. Let it be at a distance x, either it may be towards left or towards right. Okay, so let it be at a distance x. Let y be the ordinate of this point E from the springing level. Okay, let y be the ordinate of this point E from the springing level. So from the properties of the circle, this ordinate YE, ordinate at E is given by YE. Let us denote it as Y ordinate at E. E is the point where we need the ordinate. Okay, so YE is given by square root of R square minus X square minus of square root of R square minus L by 2 whole square, where R is radius of the circle, X is the distance of the point from the center of the circle or arch, from the center of the arch, and then again R is the radius and L is span of the arch. So if you substitute it, you can obtain the value of ordinate at E. Okay, and also how to find the radius of the circle? It is given by h into 2r minus h, that is equal to L by 2 whole square, where h is rise of the arch, r is radius of the circle, again h is rise, and then L is span of the arch. So if you simplify it, the radius of the arch or circle is given by r is equal to L square by 8h plus h by 2. L square by 8h plus h by 2, where L is span of the arch, h is rise of the arch. L square by 8h plus h by 2. Okay, and then let us consider this as the this is also radius. Okay, let this point E makes an angle theta with the center line of the circle. Okay, let it be making an angle of theta with the center line of the circle. Okay, so from this triangle, if you calculate sine theta is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. So sine theta is equal to opposite is x divided by hypotenuse is r. Therefore sine theta is x by r, from which you can calculate the angle theta. Okay, why we need this theta means during the calculation of normal thrust and radial shear, we do need the value of theta. So to calculate normal thrust and radial shear, to find the value of theta, you need this equation, sine theta is equal to x by r. Okay, so if you remember these equations, that is ye is equal to root of r square minus x square minus of root of r square minus L by 2 whole square, that is to calculate ordinate at any point on the rib of the arch, and radius of the arch is given by r is equal to L square by 8h plus h by 2, and see sine theta is equal to x by r. So if you remember these You can calculate the normal thrust, radial shear, bending moment, anything. You can analyze 3-hinged circular arch which supports at same level. So, okay. So next we will analyze a numerical problem. Let us take up the first problem. A 3-hinged circular arch of span 21 meter has a rise of 4 meter. The arch is loaded with a point load of 80 kilonewton at a distance of 6 meter from the left support. Determine reactions, draw bending moment diagram, and also calculate normal thrust and radial shear at 8 meter from the left support. So this is the given problem. So sometimes the diagram may be given in the problem, or it will be enumerated as in this problem. Okay, so you have to draw the diagram depending on the data given. Okay, so let us draw the given problem diagrammatically. A 3-hinged circular arch. Okay, so this is a 3-hinged circular arch of span 21 meters. So this span is 21 meter and has a rise of 4 meters. So this rise is 4 meter. And it is applied with the load of 80 kilonewton at a distance 6 meter from the left support. So let us mark this point D, 6 meter from the left support. Okay, so at which a point load of 80 kilonewton is acting. So this is the given problem for which you have to find the reactions, draw bending moment diagram, and then also calculate normal thrust and radial shear at 8 meter from the left support. So this is point D, which is at 6 meter, and you have to find normal thrust and radial shear at 8 meter. So we will designate it as E. Okay, at 8 meter from the left end. So the first step is to find the reactions. So how to find the reactions? So in the last class also we have discussed about what are the conditions of equilibrium to be applied. So let us apply those conditions of equilibrium. So the first condition is, so because the hinges are provided at the springing level, so HA, VA are the reactive components at A and HB, VB are the reactive components at B. So let us apply the first condition of equilibrium, that is sigma Fx equals 0. So which implies HA is in positive direction and HB is in negative direction. Therefore HA minus HB is equal to 0. So let us take it as equation 1. Next we will apply the second equilibrium condition, sigma Fy equals 0, which implies VA plus VB, they are in upward direction, therefore plus, and then minus 80. So if you take it outside, it will be equals 80 kilonewton. So VA plus VB equals 80 kilonewton. That is equation number 2. Next we will apply the third equilibrium condition, that is sigma MA equals 0. So that is take moment of all the forces about A and equate it to 0. So which implies minus VB into 21. So minus VB, this is inducing anti-clockwise moment about A, therefore minus VB into 21 meter, horizontal distance is 21 meter, and then moment of this HB about A will be 0, HA, VA about A again they will be 0. So the remaining another force is 80 kilonewton. So 80 into 6 meter. Okay, 80 into 6, this perpendicular distance is 6 meter. So 80 into 6, it is inducing clockwise moment about A, therefore plus 80 into 6. So if you simplify it, you will be obtaining VB as 22.86 kilonewton. So if you substitute back into this equation 2, so you will be obtaining a value of VA as 57.14 kilonewton. So we have obtained the values of VA and VB. Now comes to calculate the values of this HA and HB. So we have applied 3 equilibrium conditions. So the last another compatibility condition that we do have is bending moment at C is 0. So let us apply that bending moment at C. So bending moment means algebraic summation of moments of all the forces either from the left or from the right. So for the simplification, if you look into the figure, so if you consider the left part, so you have to consider this load, okay, or if you consider the right part, you can have only VB and HB. So from the point of simplification, we will consider the right part. So this is the right part of the arch. So overall span is 21 meter, therefore half of which is 10 and 10.5 meters. So let us apply bending moment at C is equal to 0. We have considered the right part, therefore it is mentioned as right. So when you apply bending moment at C is equal to 0, so the resulting equation is VB into 10.5 minus HB into this 4. Okay, VB, it is inducing sagging bending moment about C, whereas therefore VB into distance is 10.5, and HB is inducing hogging bending moment about C, therefore minus. So VB into 10.5 minus HB into 4, that is equal to 0. So we know the value of VB, substitute it, and if you simplify it, you will get the value of HB as 60 kilonewton. So from equation 1 we have HA is equal to HB, therefore HA, HB both are equal to 60 kilonewton. So that is the calculation of reactions. So net reactive components are calculated as RA is equal to square root of VA square plus HA square. Substitute the values of VA and HA as 57.14 and HA as 60. So the value of reaction RA is 82.85 kilonewton. And the angle made by the reaction RA with respect to horizontal is given by alpha A, which is equal to tan inverse of VA by HA. Substitute the values of VA and HA, and if you simplify it, you will get the value of alpha A as 43.6 degrees. Okay. So on the same basis, let us calculate RB. RB is equal to square root of VB square plus HB square. So substitute the value of VB as 22.86 square plus 60 square. So therefore RB is 64.2 kilonewton. Similarly, angle made by RB with respect to horizontal is given by tan inverse of VB by HB. So that is equal to tan inverse of 22.86 divided by 60. Therefore alpha B is equal to 20.85 degrees. Okay. So that is the first step, that is calculation of reactions. So next is we will find the radius of the arch. So we have already discussed the radius of the arch is calculated by L square by 8h plus h by 2. So let us substitute the values of L and h. L is 21 meters and h is 4 meters. So 21 square divided by 8 into 4 plus h by 2, 4 by 2. So if you simplify it, you are going to get the value of radius as 15.78. So the next step is to draw the bending moment diagram. So to draw the bending moment diagram, we know that bending moment at the hinge points are 0. So that is bending moment at A, B and C, they are equal to 0. Next comes is to calculate bending moment at D. Okay, so the point where point load is acting. Okay, so let us consider up to that section. Okay, so if you take bending moment at D, that is given by VA into 6 meter. So VA is vertical acting and the perpendicular distance is 6 meter minus HA into YD. YD is the ordinate at D. Okay. So we know the value of VA, we know the value of HA, only unknown is YD. So if you substitute it, bending moment at D is 57.14 into 6 minus 60 into YD. So how to calculate YD? So using this relation, root of r square minus x square minus of root of r square minus L by 2 whole square. So let us substitute it. R as 15.78 square minus x. So x is always measured from the center for circular arches. Okay, so total span is 21 meter. Half of the span is 10 and half. So if D is at a distance of 6 meter from the left end, so the remaining length is 4.5 meter. That is the value of x here. Okay, you should not substitute x as 6 meter. Okay, it is measured, always measured from the center of the circle. Okay, so here since this distance is 6 meter, so the remaining distance is 4.5 meter. Therefore x is 4.5 meter. And again root of r square is 15.78 square minus L by 2 is 21 by 2 whole square. So if we simplify it, the value of YD will be 3.34 meter. Substitute back into this equation bending moment at D. Okay, so that will be 57.14 into 6 minus 60 into 3.34. Therefore, bending moment at D is 142.44 kilonewton meter. Okay. So we know that always the positive bending moment will occur under the point load. So this is the maximum positive bending moment. So to draw the bending moment diagram, first let us draw the base arch. Okay, so as in the case of beam we will drawing the baseline. Similarly here the baseline will be in the shape of arch. Okay, so we know that bending moment at A, B, C are 0. So at A, B, C are 0. Next at D it is 142.44. So mark a line above this baseline at D for 142.44. So this ordinate should be 142.44. This is positive, therefore mark it above the baseline. So now we will join with the straight lines. Because it is subjected to point load, the variation is linear. Okay, so let us mark it from 0 to 142.44 and then from D to C, because bending moment at C is 0. So we should mark it from 142.44 to 0, and then from C to B, join from C to B. So this is the bending moment diagram. This is positive bending moment diagram and this one is negative bending moment diagram. So from the diagram you can visualize that negative bending moment occurs in between BC region. Okay, so to find the position and magnitude of maximum negative bending moment, we have to consider any section X in between BC region. Okay, so this is the BC region. The rise is 4 meter and this distance is 10.5 meter. Let us consider, these are the reactive components. Let us consider any section X at a distance X from the center line. So X is always measured from the center line for circular arches. Okay, so let us consider any section X at a distance X from the center line. Okay, if this is X, then the remaining width will be 10.5 minus X. Okay, so overall length is 10.5, therefore the remaining length is 10.5 minus X. So now we will write the equation for bending moment at any section X. So bending moment at section X is VB into 10.5 minus X at this point. Okay, VB into 10.5 minus X minus HB into YX, minus HB into YX. So VB value is 22.86 into 10.5 minus X minus HB is 60 into YX. So YX is the unknown. Yx is given by root of r square minus x square minus of root of r square minus L by 2 whole square. So substitute the values of r and L. So it will be root of 15.78 square minus x square minus of root of 15.78 square minus 21 by 2 whole square. So if you simplify it, Yx will be equal to square root of 15.78 square minus x square minus 11.78. Okay, let us substitute this into this bending moment equation. So 22.86 into 10.5 minus x minus of 60 into this Yx equation, root of 15.78 square minus x square minus of 11.78. Okay, so this is the equation for bending moment at any section X. So to obtain the position of maximum bending moment, either it may be positive or negative, we have to differentiate this equation with respect to x and equate it to 0. So on simplification, if you further simplify it, bending moment at section X is given by 946.83 minus 22.86x minus 60 into square root of 15.78 square minus x square. So we will take this as equation 4. So to obtain the position of maximum bending moment, we have to differentiate this equation 4 with respect to x and equate it to 0. So that is dmx by dx equals 0. So that implies differentiation of this term is 0. Minus 22.86 into x is minus 22.86, and differentiation of this term minus 60 into square root of 15.78 square minus x square, that will be half into 1 divided by root of 15.78 square minus x square into differentiation of this minus x square, so that will be minus 2x. Okay, so on simplification we are going to get the value of x as 5.63 meters. So the details of simplification are given in the study material, you can refer for that one. So the on simplification you will be obtaining the value of x as 5.63 meters. So once you obtain the position of maximum negative bending moment, substitute back into this equation 4. So bending moment at section x will be 66.22 minus 66.22 kilonewton meter. Substitute this value of x as 5.63 into this equation 4, and if you simplify it, you will get the value of bending moment at any section x as minus 66.22 kilonewton meter. So this is the maximum negative bending moment. Okay, so we have this bending moment diagram. This is for maximum positive bending moment, and this is maximum negative bending moment of ordinate 66.22 kilonewton meter. Where it is going to occur, it is acting at a distance of 5.8, sorry, this should be 5.63, not 86, 5.63 meter from the center of the circle, from C. It should always measure from the center line. So 5.63 meter from the center of the circle. So this is the bending moment, final bending moment diagram. So we have calculated the reactions, and now we have drawn the bending moment diagram, and so next step is to calculate normal thrust and radial shear. So to find normal thrust and radial shear at 8 meter from the left end, so let us consider section up to that point E. Okay, so this D is the point under where point load is acting. So to calculate normal thrust and radial shear, we have to calculate net horizontal force at the required point. So net horizontal force H is given by, so only HA is acting, so H is equal to HA, that is equal to 60 kilonewton. Next, net vertical force is calculated as V is equal to VA minus 80. VA is 57.14 minus 80, so that will be equal to minus 22.86 kilonewton. So we have the calculations for net horizontal force and net vertical force. Now we have to calculate the angle made by the point E with respect to central line. So that is given by sin theta is equal to x by r. So we should always keep it in mind that in case of circular arches, x is always measured from the center of the circle. So here point E is at a distance 8 meter from the left end. So center point is at 10.5 meter. Therefore x value will be equal to 10.5 minus 8, that will be 2.5. Therefore if you substitute here, so that will be 2.5, x is 2.5 divided by r is 15.78. Therefore the value of theta will be equal to 9.11 degrees. So once you obtain the value of the theta, we will substitute into the equations of normal thrust and radial shear. So normal thrust is calculated by using h cos theta plus v sin theta, where h and v are net horizontal and vertical forces. So let us substitute the values. 60 cos 9.11 minus 22.86 sin 9.11. So on simplification, normal thrust is equal to 55.62 kilonewton. Similarly, radial shear is given by v cos theta minus h sin theta. So by substituting the values of v and h, minus 22.86 cos 9.11 minus 60 sin 9.11. Therefore radial shear is equal to minus 32.07 kilonewton. So that is how you should analyze a circular arches with supports at same level. So in this problem we have calculated how to find the reactive components, how to find the radius, how to draw the bending moment diagram, and also how to find the normal thrust and radial shear at any section. Okay, so only thing is you have to remember the equations, that is R is given by L square by 8h plus h by 2, and ordinate at any point is given by root of r square minus x square minus of root of r square minus L by 2 whole square, and also sin theta is given by x by r. Okay, so that is the that is for today's session. So in the next session we will take up semicircular arch with supports at same level. Thank you.